Don't touch that dial now. We're just getting started.
Well, hello! Glad you're here. Glad you're stopping by. There's some crazy shit we're going to talk about because since we last talked, there's been all kinds of craziness. But I want to talk about a few things first. So I didn't get to stream over the weekend. I've been trying to do one stream a week, and I didn't get to. But tomorrow, Friday, we're going to be streaming. We're going to do something I try to do every year, and that is streaming Night of the Living Dead. Now, the good thing about Night of the Living Dead, it is public domain, so I can stream it, and I don't think I have to worry about copyrights unless it, changed for some odd reason. So what we're going to do, we're going to play, we're going to talk a little bit on some of the shits that are going on, and then we're going to watch Night of the Living Dead, have some commentary. So if you want to, you're more than welcome to join us. But that's not all. So from here on out, what I'm going to try to do, when possible, every time we do a stream, we're going to have a section. Again, this depends on the developers and if they want to do it, where we actually play video games. And we've done this a couple times where we've got keys, and we've done this with Angry Video Game 8-bit, Angry Video AVGN 8-bit, which we done a while back, and we also did House of the Dead Remake 2 on PC. But the thing is, we're going to call it something different. We're going to go into something, we're going to call it STDs. Support the devs. That's what we're going to call it. And like I said, it's going to be a portion of the channel where we go into gameplay, but when we do games, whenever we get offered a key, we're going to cut to that and we're going to play the game. We're going to talk about it and try to get some eyes on these games. We got Katana Knot coming up. We have Painted in Blood, which is a shooter, as well as Bleak Haven. I'm going to try to do these as much as I can. We also may do some videos when we talk about it, but I'm fairly excited about doing these, and the goal from here on out is to try to be positive, paint some positivity when it comes to new games that may or may not get seen. Of course, I'm still going to play those big time video games. We probably won't call those STDs, but we're going to do it anyways. So, some shit that's happened, crazy by the way, over the weekend, which should only be crazy if you are a console warrior. If you're still fighting the console wars in 2025, people are still doing that. We've shown it off. I make fun of it, and I do talk to a lot of people that are also in the console wars, and they do that, and there's no problem with it. I still make fun of it, but for the most part, I try not to make fun of people that I like or try to attack people I don't like. And if I see something stupid, I'm not trying to make it personal. I just want you to know that. If you're taking console wars or video games too personal, like, hey, I gotta kill the guy now because he says something about my brand, then you need help. You need help. But what happened over the weekend was really crazy, which, by the way, again, should not have been a surprise at all. But this was crazy. During the Halo World Championships, which this was rumored for a while, that they was going to show off the new Halo remake, which, by the way, here it is. This is crazy. Halo Campaign Evolved. That's cool, right? That's amazing, right? I think it's amazing. Because here's the thing, as soon as this was announced, that weekend, or this past weekend, I was at my brother's house. We had a Halloween party. And the first thing that came up with some friends was, hey, did you see there was a new Halo remake coming out? Now, I love Halo. I don't think it's a secret. You can take a look right here. Finished the fight on my fat arm. And also, I got one of my first tattoos was a Halo tattoo. I don't know if we can see it. Maybe. There it is! There it is. You can't see it very well. But it's got the gamer slang. It says pwned, PWND. And I got it like right when Halo 3 was coming out. So that kind of shows you how old I am. But I love Halo. I've got a deep connection with Halo. I know it sounds stupid. Just the same way I have a deep connection with PlayStation and Xbox and stuff like that. Halo and Gears of War has been my favorite thing in the world in terms of video games. The only other two as close would be Final Fantasy VII and Metal Gear Solid and Resident Evil. I love those franchises, and I as soon as they announce something in those universes, I just have to stop. But we was talking, it was like, hey, Halo's coming out. Some have PS5, some have PC, some have Xbox. And we just couldn't stop talking about the fact that we're going to be able to play co-op. And we're actually going to schedule a time when this comes out. We're going to get together and do an old-fashioned LAN party where we can all get together and do co-op. I'm excited about this. They're excited about this. This has actually got a lot of people, even on the PlayStation and Xbox sides, being like, yes, this is awesome. More Halo. To me, I see like, yeah, this is fucking cool, right? I'm going to be able to play Halo with people on PlayStation. That's never happened before. That's crazy. I think the closest thing we could say would be like when Sega went third party and Sonic came on Nintendo. I think that's probably just as big, but I think this might be even bigger because I mean, we kind of expected it. I think if you didn't think this was going to happen, you're retarded. This was going to happen. This was inevitable. The trajectory of Xbox and the way things have been handled ever since the Activision Blizzard shit, they're going multi-platform, and I think that's fine. I think it's perfectly fine. I think if you have a problem with it, then maybe you're not such a good gamer. But I did see a lot of people freaking out. They're like, I'm going to quit video games. I'm not going to support Xbox. I'm not going to do it no more because it's bad. Why did you let it happen, Phil Spencer? Sarah Bond, why? Why? Yeah, Crap Gamer and Tim Dog, by the way, got on Mooch's channel and said basically Sarah Bond got on the high up because she slept her way up to CEO or president of Xbox. Yeah, that happened, by the way. Tim Dog and Crap Gamer, super retards, just like Mooch, retards. They don't talk about video games. They just talk about Xbox dead. That's what they talk about. But for some odd reason, Sarah she slept her way to the top. Whatever. I think it's crazy. If you're freaking out about this, like, I don't understand. You're mad because other people get to play video games on whatever the fucking system? That's crazy to me. But what was really, really funny was this. So, so this happened. Whenever they had the actual Combat Evolved, whatever, the World Championships, they had this happen. The guy came out wearing a PlayStation shirt. This Jeff Foxworthy looking motherfucker came out to announce the new Halo is coming to PlayStation. There was a lot of fucking people freaking out. It was amazing. You see Mike Ybarra and all these guys were like, oh, this is Xbox dead. Xbox is dead. It's so dead. They was crying and coping and seething and moaning and groaning. And they're probably still crying. I've seen people saying, like I said, I'm going to quit Xbox now because I never get to play Halo. You get to play it. Then the PlayStation guys, like the ponies, I guess that's what they call them, that came out just giving them shit. And I thought it was the funniest fucking thing imaginable, is just seeing this. And just because I love seeing the assault flow from these people. Because from what I've seen the last year since I hopped back on X and seen that console wars is still going on, I thought it was the most pathetic fucking thing imaginable. And just seeing people crying over this, that's the most beautiful thing I can think of. And it just goes to show, people are more tied to brand loyalty and picking sides than actually enjoying games. This is a net positive. You didn't gain anything or lose anything if you're on Xbox. Well, actually you did gain something. You gained new friends to play Halo with. Again, if you're not going to play the Halo with PlayStation, guys, you lost the plot. You lost the fucking plot. I think this is funny. I think this is bound to happen. I mean, if you've seen the last few games that came out, Forza, Gears, what's the other one? Everything's coming to PlayStation and PC, then Switch. I don't see how this is a negative, but for some odd reason, people made it completely personal. And like I said, you got to see Tim Dog and Crap Gamer get on Mooch's podcast with Nib and Nib, basically trying to damage control. They was thinking for some odd reason that Phil Spencer and Xbox is their friends, And by the way, if you think that, I don't know what to tell you. It's $1 trillion company. The only thing they care about is what you have in your wallet. And they can probably stick their hand all the way down your throat into your asshole to pull your wallet out. That's what they want to do. They might paint a pretty picture and give you all the PR speak that you can think of and make you feel good and have you, send you to events or give you free codes and make you feel good. But at the end of the day, they want your money. That's it. That's all they want. They want your money and their time. They don't care about the products you're giving you. That's what it is. That's what it is. So these people taking it way too hard. And by the way, you've seen a lot of Xbox fanboys do it. Then you've seen the PlayStation fanboys crying about when Helldivers came out on Xbox or going to PC, just crying about it. I actually feel sorry for the developers as well as management on each side. I kind of feel like they need like security details because these people are fucking unhinged. They're crying about it. I would not want to be in public with these people because you would think they'd probably go out shooting, which is crazy to me. They're taking it that personal. But I understand, like I said, I understand. I thought this was funny. Jeff Foxworthy came out and he's like, "Hey, are you smarter than a 5th grader? Are you smarter than a 5th grader? Here's Halo on the net." Then you had the retards coming out like, retarded. I don't boo. It was crazy. Crazy. But anyways, that wasn't the only thing that happened. There was something that, this is going to be weird to me. Actually, it's not weird. Satya Nadella, they had an interview recently where they talked about how Xbox is pivoting from competing with consoles, which, by the way, Xbox has said they're going to pivot from many things. I'm not fighting the console wars. I'm not competing with the Xbox or Nintendo. I'm competing against Stadia, Amazon. There's a lot of pivots within management. And here's me. I think Xbox management needs to be all changed. All of it. All needs to go. Everybody needs to go. Do I like the way Xbox is being handled right now in terms of third-partiness? Yeah, I'm fine with that. You put games wherever you want. That's more people, more games. But the way they kind of treat their fans, I think is kind of stupid in the way they're like raising, "Get out of here!" Nat. The way they're treating their actual consumer base by raising the prices, just being completely anti-consumer. I think that's fucking crazy. It's hard to be an Xbox fan. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna, even with this hat right now, it's hard. And I here's the thing. I love Xbox. I'm probably gonna. I will be, as long as there's hardware or an ecosystem where I can access my games or enjoy Xbox, I'm gonna do it. I'm playing my Xbox ROG Ally X, OEM device, PC. And if you have a problem with PC gaming, maybe you probably shouldn't be with Xbox, because that's where we're going as a PC game. Hate it, love it or hate it, that's what's going on. That's what's happening. You're going to be a PC gamer now. Welcome to unlimited power. But anyways, like I said they was competing with TikTok and short-term videos, which had a bunch of people freak out. Mike Ybarra won. Let's see if we can find it. God. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. I just had pulled up. I just recorded this video earlier, and I fucked up by not having the thing. But let me see if we can find it. Here it is. So Mike Ybarra, he used to be over. I think he worked on Blizzard and Xbox, and he's kind of like he's a sore X here. But gaming doesn't compete with short form videos. It competes with time. It's different. Video games are multi-hour premium experiences. They are so good you forget the sense of time. You escape reality and challenge and stresses of today. With reality, short-term videos is what you do when you have a few minutes multiple times throughout the day. FYI, the average core gamer spends 3+ hours in the games they love on a daily basis. Some 5+ hours. Now, you're going to wonder, do I agree with this? I do agree with this. I agree with this. I think he's right, and I also think he's wrong. Let's see what Laura Fryer says. Now, Laura also worked with Xbox, so Matt Booty's right. Xbox isn't just fighting consoles. It's TikTok and movies. It's about time and attention. You want to take a look at these things right here. Time and attention. Great games aren't enough. You also need to cut through the clutter. Back in the day, box art and TV ads sold us. Now, it's about breaking through the maelstrom. Think about it for a second. maybe Satya shouldn't have. And by the way, Porter Rock already came out and made his thing. Hey, Buddha, what the fuck does that even say? What the hell does that even say? I don't understand. I don't know what language. I think it's probably Spanish or something. Hey, moron! Gaming is not competing with TikTok. You had a 50-year-old man calling people cucks and called the whole Xbox fan base cucks and saying that they worship a brand while having a PlayStation pillow. He's the same guy that freaked out because Helldivers came out on PlayStation. Irony's wild. Irony is wild to me. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand. These people are not real people. But he called people cucks because they're on Xbox. And by the way, if you're still simping for the brands, you are what you are. But I don't think he's right. I want to talk about it for a second. It kind of makes sense to me. Maybe if you disagree with me, that's fine. I'm not going to call you a retard for disagreeing with me. That's not my choice. You have your own opinion. I have a nephew and niece. I have a wife. I have several friends. Every day, you go home, you work your 8, 12, 16-hour job if you have to work double time or whatever, or if you're stuck on a shift where you're on 28 days on, 28 off, you have very little time in between these things. So you get home, you work your shift at your job, after sleeping for 6 to 8 hours, you go to work, you come home, you got to make dinner, you got to take a shower, you got to feed the pets, feed your kids, do some chores, and you're like, hey, I've got 2 hours left of the day, maybe 3 hours, maybe. What am I going to do? Well, there's a lot of options of things you can be doing. Now, like I said, Satya is saying it's competing with TikTok. Maybe he shouldn't have said it that way. And this isn't me defending Nadella. I don't really care because you can't really take the words of some, corpo because they're fucking snake oil salesmen. The same way you can't take the same advice from a console warrior that's simping for brands most of the time. You just can't. But they're right. I got a niece and nephew, and whenever I say, hey, you guys want to play games? Like, I try to get my nephew into Halo, and he doesn't want to play Halo. He wants to play Fortnite, or he wants to, look at videos like Lanky Box, Bluey, what's the Korean Demon Hunter people, girls, musical thingy. They're all about that. You got to understand, gaming has to have an audience. I think Mag talked about this. You have to get new audiences. You got to also understand that us 30, 40, 50-year-olds or 60-year-olds, we're not the main audience anymore. There's a bunch of kids that are brought up on the iPads with short attention spans. We're going through, doom scrolling through TikTok. I mean, shit, I do it. My wife does it. We're on our phones, constantly playing. If we're not playing video games or doing other things, guess what we're doing? We're on our phones or we're doing something. We're watching videos. Poor Rex said watching sports or whatever. You got to understand, time is money. Time is money. Whenever you're not in their ecosystem, that means you're not spending money. I think that's what they're trying to say here. It's about the ecosystem, and they want you in there. There's mobile gaming, which Microsoft has a big foot in mobile gaming with Candy Crush. That's one of the biggest mobile games you can think of. I know a lot of people, grandmas, that are playing Candy Crush. They're in the Xbox ecosystem. I think it was Cheap Ass Gamer posted something on the lines of, why don't you make something like a WarioWare type thing, where you can get on their ecosystem and play these short little mini games. I think that's what you're trying to go for. You also got to remember too, free-to-play live service games exist. So not only is your regular video games like Doom or Last of Us and stuff like that has to compete with, your phones or whatever, or mobile games, you have to see that live service games have quests. Daily quests or weekly quests where you have to hop on, you have to do things to get that skin or get that extra loot or whatever. You have to do that. So that's why PlayStation and Xbox was going after the live service stuff. Helldivers is very successful because you had a lot of people on all the platforms hopping on. They had a community where they competed together to get things done. And if you're not a part of it, you're not going to see that. So regular video games, single player or whatever, or just regular multiplayer games that doesn't have these daily quests, they have to compete with that. So there's only there's a percentile of a percentile that you can get into. And I think that's where they're going for it. I mean, if you're watching the World Series, like Porterock said, guess what you're not doing? You're not playing video games. If you're watching this video, if you're watching some dude on Twitch play the video game, you're not playing the video game. You're not in your ecosystem. You're not doing any of that. You're not playing the games. You're not buying their shit. You're too busy watching Ninja or Hassan Shaki's dog. That's what you're doing. You're not in their ecosystem. You're not on PlayStation playing Ghost of Yotai. No, you're watching some retard on stream like me. That is what it is. Time is money. But is he right? Is Laura right? Are they wrong? Both answers are correct. Both of them. Like Mike Ybarra said, video games? Like me? I'm big into single-player video games. I love single-player video games. My wife and them, they get at me all the time because I'm always playing for myself. I just played through Ninja Gaiden 4, loved it. I really loved Ninja Gaiden 4. I'm playing through Alien Recursion. It's a VR game that got converted to not VR. But yeah, they're right and they're wrong at the same time. Two rights can be a wrong and two wrongs can be a right. That's retarded. That's really stupid. Very, very stupid. Very dumb. But yeah, that's how I see it. But then again, you take a look at what Xbox says. Like they say they're competing with this, and this, and this, and this. It's it's hard to take anything Xbox says at this point at face value. And you got to also realize that the Xbox that we loved, that's gone. That's gone a long time ago. That died during the 360 era. You're not getting that back. It's not that. It's not that. And you have these people that are crying and screaming and coping and seething and crying and molding and pooping and shitting and coming over, supporting brands. I don't get you. I just don't understand. I'd rather be a multi-platform gamer and just enjoy video games instead of, because I get to do this. I get to, is he a PlayStation guy? Is he an Xbox guy? Is he a PC guy? Or is he a Nintendo guy? I get to do things with hats, because hats are cool. What hat do I got on? I got the Xbox hat on now. I didn't pay attention to what I was doing. But yeah, that's how I see it. What they're trying to say is time is money. And they're all competing for the same thing, and that's time. If they can get your time, they can get you away from TikTok and Instagram Reels, and they get you on their ecosystem to play the games or possibly spend some money. That's what they're trying to do. They're not stupid. Porterock saying, "Hey, moron, gaming's not competing with TikTok." I think that's fucking retarded. That's retarded because you don't know what you're talking about. You say you're inevitable, but no, you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. Anything that takes away from being able to being in an ecosystem or their games to spend money, that's what they're trying to come after. That's what they want. Satya Nadella, he's retarded. He's all about AI. Xbox management's retarded. PlayStation management's retarded. Nintendo management's retarded. They're all retarded. But sometimes two rights can be wrong and two wrongs can be right. But at the end of the day, time is money. That's what they're aiming for. And if you're watching this right now, you are also complicit because you're not on there on PlayStation Network or Xbox Live playing video games. You're just not doing it. You're just watching this fat retarded tattooed guy talk for however long. That's what it is. But by the way, guys, love you very much. I'll see you soon. Enjoy.